Here we're going to create a real nice Christmassy round hand tide using very, very traditional colours. We're using this wonderful gold tinted cellophane, and then we've got a wonderful clear cellophane that's got a red tint all the way through down the centre, and it really has a nice clear edge which clearly creates interest to the design, and then has this wonderful Christmas tree effect just gently climbing over. And we're then going to finish the hand tie by placing it in one of the wonderful metallic carry bags with the wonderful rope handles. So first of all, we're going to create the hand tie, and I'm using a selection of foliage. I've got some wonderful Leylandii here which I've given a gentle spray of gold. We've got some leather leaf and some viburnum tinus, which again I've added a little bit of gold to. And first of all, we're going to start taking the central part of the hand tide, and we're just going to make a small cluster of foliage. So we're going to use the Leylandii and gently take that around the centre. And I always like to make a little nest of foliage for each hand tide. It makes it much easier for me to get a larger scale to my design, and I know then that I've got a nice even balance of any of my foliage around. So there's my nest already made, and this now allows me to start to create my design. I'm going to first take away one of the glittered roses into the central area, and then I'm going to take some red chrysant and evenly space those just around the outside. And then I can gently thread the stem through and into my foliage. So as you can see now, we're now creating that round effect. I'm going to take some Hypericum berries, gently turning around in my hand, and also at the same time we're creating a real strong spiral here where I'm holding all the flowers together. We've got some wonderful pincushion proteas in this beautiful little red colour, so it's giving that exotic feel to the Christmas hand tide as well. Gently slide in my red roses, and with that hint of glitter really creates a lot of impact to the hand tide. So there we have now created a real nice stunning red hand tide, ready to be wrapped with these wonderful cellophanes from Widups. And I'm just going to fasten my hand tide off like so, and just catch together. So there we now have a stunning red hand tide ready to be wrapped with the golds and reds of the cellophanes. So now we're going to wrap our hand tide, and first we're going to take the gold tint and we're just going to roll this out first of all, and we're going to take one square and then we can fold this away, keep this to one side because this is for the bottom of the design, and then we're going to take this wonderful Christmas cellophane with the red tint down the middle, and then these wonderful Christmas trees just gently climbing over the cellophane, and we're going to cut 2 oblongs like so. And now we're going to fold in half, and this sort of creates that nice curved effect, and then repeat this again on the next piece. So now we're ready to wrap the hand tied. Now, sometimes you find that when you are wrapping the hand tied, that your cellophane can come right up and really take control of the flowers. So where we've now got this section, if you just gently fold, this just allows you to be able to reduce the cellophane slightly, so it will sit a little bit closer to your flowers. So when you start to place your cellophane around, it just gently sits nicely around that outside, and then we can hold and fasten together with a small piece of sellotape, and then repeat that process one more time and place on the opposite side. And we can just catch just in either side like so, and then take a piece of sellotape around that binding point, so this holds everything together and makes it much easier when you come to put your edge on. And now you can see that wonderful cellophane gently coming around with this rich redness just dropping underneath your flowers. So now we've got the hand tied nicely wrapped and you've got the cellophane just going around. We're going to take our gold cellophane, and again I'm going to fold so it goes into a square, and the reason why I do that is that I can make a mark on this central point so that when I reopen this shows me exactly the center of the cellophane. It makes it much easier, so I know when I'm placing my flowers on, I just take them slightly away from that central point so that when I lift this section, this will come to the center of the stems, and I can then just gently bring in from either side, and now I've got them in an even way, and I can just gently fan those around the base. I can take my ribbon and twine around the bottom of the hand tied, fasten and hold in place. So we're going to use a matching ribbon. Here we've got the red satin ribbon, again with the same trees coming across the ribbon, so everything matches together, so you're giving a whole combination to your design. And I'm just going to make a small bow to go at the bottom, and we're just going to tie that together, and this can then be placed onto the bottom. And I think one of the most important things is when you're going around is always making sure that your tying point comes to the top of the bow, so it's hidden, all your mechanics are nice and neat. And there you have a wonderful design. So you've got your nice red ribbon that matches the cellophane at the top, you've got the gold that brings the gold from the tree, and then we have the wonderful roped gold bag, and your hand tied can then be gently placed in, and then it's ready to be delivered.